This video is sponsored by Squarespace. What's going on, guys? Vincent here from thecreativedojo.net. In this video, I want to share with you guys some awesome free tools for Adobe After Effects, absolutely free. We're talking about free plugins, free presets, free elements, free sound effects, all these great tools in After Effects, absolutely for free, brought to you by the folks over at AEJuice. So they are sponsoring today's video, and we're going to be doing a review over some of their premium products. And so I'll give you guys an honest review as always, and if the product sucks, I'll let you guys know 100%. We're actually doing a giveaway with AEJuice to give 3 of you guys pretty much everything that they create. This includes the liquid elements, liquid transitions, monster transitions, shape elements, slides, text animation, and shape presets. We're giving you guys everything, or at least 3 of you guys everything. More information about the giveaway will be available in the description down below, as well as the end of this video. But they have made a lot of free stuff for you guys, so check it out over at AEJuice.com. We already did a video over the starter pack, which is basically a pack of their samplers of all their products here. So you have stuff like smoke elements, explosion elements, impact elements, fire. You have presets and all sorts of whiteboard animations, shape animation presets, and pops and elements, and transitions here, and text presets and animation presets, and all sorts of HUD elements and stuff like that. So you can pretty much download this right now, install it, and use it in your projects absolutely for free right now. I already did a video over this kind of stuff. Links will be in the video description down below. And in that video, we also talked about the My Packs product here. And this is pretty much a preset manager for your own presets. So you can build your presets, save them through the My Packs, and save previews and GIF animations, and apply your presets very, very easily using the My Pack. Again, this is free as well. So basically, when you install AEJuice Pack Manager 3, it's gonna come with all these free elements right here, as well as some free tools under the window menu here. So the first tool I wanna talk about here is AEJuice Tools. And the great thing about this tool here is that it doesn't even necessarily need to be open. And so I'm gonna go into a composition here, and here I have some shapes. As you can see, my circle one looks a little bit nicer, and these 2 bottom ones look very, very linear because they are linear keyframes. And so I wanna copy, my circle keyframe easing right here. So this kind of ease right here. I wanna copy this easing keyframe data, so I'm gonna hit copy. Or you can hit Command or Shift C and copy it, and then you can actually paste it into these to as many keyframes as you want actually. So I'm gonna hit paste, and if you look at the curve editor for these new keyframes, it has the same curves apply, and so now when you hit preview, they all behave the same. So basically, this is a tool to pretty much copy and paste keyframe information. And actually, let's say I wanted to reverse this, so pretty much set this keyframe here and set this keyframe over here. This would usually be a tedious process to do for 100 layers or so. But now you just select these keyframes here, hit clone, and I'll just duplicate this over here and this keyframe over here. And if you want to reverse it, it tells you to alt click it. So I'm hit undo and go ahead and hit alt, hit clone. And it's going to move this keyframe over here and this keyframe over here. And so now you have a reverse of what you have. And so this is a quick little tool to kind of just copy and paste keyframe data, clone stuff. You can even browse and select easing presets if you want here. Nice visual right here. And you can also define the keyboard shortcuts for this tool here. So again, this is absolutely for free, and this is amazing here. So go ahead and download it right now. The next tool here is the font previewer. And this feature would have been a lifesaver before Adobe introduced their own kind of previewer finally. But it still has some advantages. For an example, you can pretty much define your own text here. So I can type in Dojo. Let's say you're working on some client text, and you want to see what their logo or the subheader would look like with their branding, their type, whatever. You can type it in. You can pretty much adjust the size. And let's see here. And let's say that I find a font that I like. Let's say I like the Agency FB font. I'm gonna select my text layer, double click on here, and just hit apply. And it's going to apply this text font to my text layer, my selected text layer. And you can search for fonts, you can increase the size of the preview, so on and so forth, and this is great. And again, another free tool very nice to have here. The next free tool here is Quick Folders. This I don't really want to show you guys too much because it's basically very straightforward. But basically it's a quick launcher to open common project files. So wherever you save this project file, you can click this button and it'll open that directory in your Windows Explorer or your Mac Finder, and you can find your project files. You can also open the selected footage is files and stuff like that. And here you have the option to open your last renders folder. So let's say you rendered an element in the render queue. You can open the directory right away with this button right here. You can open your scripts folder. And of course, this is the link to the AEJuice tools webpage here. So last tool here is the shifter tool. And this is a nice little tool similar to my Dojo shifter script. I'm gonna make some room here, and basically it allows you to stagger layers, shift layers, and do a lot of cool stuff here. So we can shift layers, a certain defined amount of frames here. So if I select the endpoint, I can shift the endpoint by clicking and dragging and just shifting things. It says select a layer first, so we'll select some layers and we'll just shift things here. And as you can see, we can shift the endpoint of layers just like that. Very quick and easily. You can do the same thing with the out points. You can align layers based on your current time indicator. So I can move over here and just hit in. It'll shift the endpoint to my current time indicator. And the cool feature here is the stagger feature. So you can stagger the endpoints, the out points. You can change the staggering order. So you can do ascending, descending, random. So I'm gonna do maybe this random one right here. We'll stagger everything by about 3 frames or so. Select our layers, hit stagger. And it's gonna stagger all of our layers. So now things are kind of happening at random times. And if we hit preview, you can see that pretty much they're kind of scattered by a couple of frames here, more or less 3 frames or so. And these little markers here work with their animation presets as well. So that's great. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop back into the AEJuice Manager here and take a look at some other free things. So another cool thing that you get aside from the starter pack and everything is free sound effects here. And as you heard, these are tons of sound effects, beatbox clicks here, bells, clicks. So, you have, make sure that the sound right here is on, and you can pretty much like preview these right here. So you have coins and like data and all sorts of nice keyboard typing noises. So all sorts of stuff right here. And again, all these are really, really nice to have in your library of sound effects if you want to do quick mockups and, titles and stuff like that. And, the pack manager helps you preview all these things. All these things here are royalty free. You can use these sound effects in your projects, for free, and it's all here, all ready to go. The next tool here is called Slides, and this is a fantastic tool. If you do a lot of kind of like slideshow animations and stuff like that, let's say you're doing kind of like a memory video of like a wedding or maybe perhaps a special event or something like that, and you want to remember certain things, slideshows are usually the way to go for those kind of things. And although I don't make a lot of slideshows, I don't like making a lot of slideshows because it's kind of boring in my opinion. So I want to show you kind of what it does here. It's very, very smart. So basically, it's a tool and you have all these kind of like transitions have you. So pixel wipes and, simple line transitions. You can preview all this stuff here, but still, this is just kind of the free version here. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hit create. And you're gonna name a slideshow, so I'm gonna call this demo slides. And it's gonna ask you what kind of transitions do you wanna use. I wanna use all these transitions. So I'm gonna select and hit Control Command and select all these transition categories and hit continue. And this is the cool part. So basically, you can select your track and pretty much Slides is going to auto create your slideshow based on your music track. So it's gonna analyze your music track. It's going to determine how many images will look best with that image track. It's going to align all those images on the beat of those tracks, so you don't have to worry about transitioning and timing and all that stuff. And it's going to do it automatically for you guys. Very, very, very cool here. So I'm going to select my music track. Okay, and go ahead and hit continue. And it's going to pretty much analyze the audio once again. And now it's telling me, all right, so for my very, very short 10-second track, it recommends somewhere between 2 to 4 images. And to select our photos or videos or select a whole folder of images, and it's gonna do the rest of the work for you. So I'm gonna select a folder with all my images in there. So I've selected a folder with 4 photos, and I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And I'm gonna go ahead and close AEJuice Manager, and it's saying, all right, it's done. Hit OK, close this out, and I'm gonna go ahead and close the shifter here. And just like that, we have our audio layer right here, and our whole slideshow is synced up. So as you can see, I really like cars. Porsches are the best here. And so as you can see, things kind of sync up with our audio, things cut properly. And you notice how I didn't even have to adjust the scale of anything. And so the script or the plugin pretty much automatically scales up or down your photo so things fit into the frame of your current composition, and everything's all ready to go. And these are just regular compositions. So you can hop in here, hop into this comp right here, and this is where our image is. And if you wanted to, you can scale it up, scale it down, reposition it, do color correction, color grading, add text, whatever you want. This is the placeholder right here. Go back into your comp, and you're ready to go, you're ready to rock and roll. And so this pretty much, it even creates an auto end fade for you, which I don't like, so I'm gonna hit delete. And so, this tool will automate the whole process for you very quickly, and you'll never have to sit there and animate opacity keyframes and position keyframes and all that crap anymore to create basic slideshows. You can do it right now in After Effects, and I think this is the best tool to create slideshows within After Effects here. So before we take a look at the other things in the AEJuice Pack Manager, I want to give a quick thanks to our sponsors over at Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace is the one platform to create an amazing website, whether it's for your store, online business, or portfolio. They have amazing things to choose from, fully customizable, so you can make it the way you want it to look like without any coding knowledge required. They have awesome 24-hour support, and best of all, if you use promo code Dojo at checkout, you can actually save 10% off your order and support the Dojos. Sure, check it out over at squarespace.com/dojo. Squarespace, the #1 place to create an amazing website. So as you guys saw, the Slides product is actually very, very, very powerful, and that is just the free version of Slides. I have the Pro version right here. It pretty much gives you way more presets here. So it gives you like the old analog stuff, like the 16mm film, old vintage stuff you can simulate. It gives you like light leaks and stuff like that, and grain, all these nice little stuff right here. You also get, traditional 35mm stuff with cooler transitions and all these top paintings and, light leaks and glows and spills and, all this nice texturing and stuff. Or a 70mm film, cool stuff here. Again, just additional stuff you can use. They're more energetic and they're more detailed than the free transitions here. So a lot of cooler transitions, more dynamic, more complex, some blurs. And the cool part is that you also get some X assets. And these are not necessarily transitions themselves, but you can actually, add like a camera lens flares, color grading looks here, so all that stuff. So if I go back into my AEJuice Slides demo right here, and I have just this, I have this Porsche right here. Actually, let's find a better, this image right here, GT3. It's not as good as a 911 Turbo S, but we'll take it. And you can apply a nice film color grade, and you apply it on top, and it creates an adjustment layer here, and it gives you that kind of vintage look. You have other color grading presets and camera lens. It will add it to the scene here, and so you have a lens flare here, and in the color grade we can disable things and take a look. There's a lot of things that you can do with the Pro version, which I recommend you get if you create a lot of slideshows. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, this product isn't for everyone. I personally would not buy Slides because I don't make slideshows like ever. But if you do, do a lot of wedding stuff and, film stuff, and you do create these kind of slideshows, this is going to be the product for you. This is going to be really, really cool and have. So that's the Pro version of Slides here. Now I do want to show you some other premium products as well, particularly the liquid elements. So these have been pretty much everyone's favorites, and you can get some of this in the free starter pack here. But in the Pro version, you just get so much more. So I'm gonna go into a blank comp here. And so you have like all these animals and bubbles going on, scribbles, and these are not necessarily supposed to be solo elements. These are supposed to be kind of like accent elements for your own animation. So you're doing title design, character animation. You can save a lot of time just by adding these elements in. You have cool electricity effects. And if you watch like YouTube channels like Donut Media, they use these kind of effects all the time. And the cool part is, these are just the general look of it. So you've seen those Donut Media, videos where they have like these nice little swooshes and nice little, cell type animation. These are very, very tedious to create. So it's nice to kind of have this here. I can double click it, add it to the scene here. And, you get this nice, whoosh right here. Pretty cool stuff. It's all animated. It works with pretty much all the resolutions here. You have explosions and fire elements and all these other great things. And also, you can also change things. Like, so these are the default kind of styling of everything, but you have unlimited styles. You have like the drop shadow look. You can make it glow. This is what like Donut Media uses, I'm pretty sure. Roughened edges. You can do like a nice grainy texture look that's very popular nowadays. I have a tutorial of this as well. There's an isometric kind of extruded look, a doodle look. So, I kind of like the texture, the animated texture look right here. And so I'm gonna select this one, and let's just kind of browse through here. You have like liquids. So if you're doing like kind of like a milk commercial or something like that, you have some pre-animated liquid drinks, whatever, what have you here. And so this is the liquid elements here. And they have similar products like liquid transitions. These are kind of more of what I would use more often, just kind of like nice little swooshes. You can transition from one comp to a next comp and just kind of like hide your mistakes and switch to different scenes this way. And again, these would be kind of tedious to kind of animate yourself here. So you have all these nice little presets that you can use and apply and, switch from one scene to the next here. So I highly recommend the liquid transitions because I feel like you're gonna be using this a lot more than those stylized accents in most cases here. So I'm gonna close out of that. You do have some other stuff. You have shape elements, which are more or less kind of the same thing. See, they're more accent stuff. They're more shape based, and again, you'll be using these a lot as well. Kind of nice little triangle, square, stuff like that. And again, you have all these kind of categories. That's all included in the pack. And the great part is that it's all very affordable. You have little lighting effects, energy effects, 3D strokes, paint strokes, all these nice little grid, rain, square, stuff like that, loops, ribbons, emojis. These would be very, very handy for, social media campaigns and, Instagram stories and banners and stuff like that. So again, even the shape elements would be very, very helpful, I think, in my opinion here. And I would definitely use something like this pretty much every day. And so lastly, I want to show you guys more of the presets in terms of using it on your own stuff here. So the 2D and 3D stuff are interesting because they are pre-rigged animations for position, scale, rotation, and all that other stuff here. So you can browse through different categories, but basically they're animation presets basically. And so you can browse through and find one you like this scale unproportional one right here. I'm gonna select my logo in my composition, and I'm just gonna double click on this animation preset. And it's going to apply, and it's going to have an in and out keyframe, which is very, very convenient so that we can adjust the timing without having to move keyframes. But again, you can see my logo kind of spins in, and then by the out point, it's just gonna spin out. And you have all these parameters right here to adjust the bounce and the controls here, so it's very, very nice and handy. And so these are more 2D styles. The 3D animation presets are basically the same thing, but they kind of involve 3D depth. So as you can see, the transition and the position data is a little bit more three-dimensional. Things move and rotate more. And these are more or less the same thing, except 3D. And you have these nice little controls right here, so you can pretty much use expression and markers mode to adjust this stuff. You can pretty much ease in the transitions, ease out, ease everything, and pretty much adjust everything here, and adjust the bounce levels and affect the controls and stuff like that. So You can do a lot of things. These are a lot of options here. I don't want to get into it. And lastly, the text transitions is, again, more or less the same thing. They are text presets that allow you to just find one that you like here. Like there's some based on characters, lines, and words. And you can select one that you like. So I'm gonna do, let's just do this one right here. So I selected my text layer. It does its thing, and you're gonna see my text animation comes in just like that. You get some nice easing, and things are very easy to, you know, play around and adjust here. And they have some other stuff like the whiteboard animations, which is pretty much just like whiteboard animations. It's a very, very niche thing, as well as like flat icons. I feel like these two right here are very, very niche, as well as maybe even the liquid elements. You know, these are very, very cool elements, but I find myself not really using them so much. I think the most versatile one that you're gonna be using a lot would probably be the liquid transitions, the shape elements, even the monster transitions as well. These are more crazy. But again, very, very useful and very, very popular in motion design. So these are going to be kind of like your best bet, the most used in my opinion, compared to the other products. Slide is very, very useful if you do a lot of slideshow animation, stuff like that. And the rest is more or less whether or not you want something like this. This is pretty much the AEJuice library. They have a lot of great stuff for everyone. So of course, not all these products are going to be for you if you do a certain type of work. But again, they have all these options to choose from, as well as their free starter pack. So you can get a little bit of everything, as well as their basic slides product, their sound effects library for free, as well as all their free tools right here. So over on AEJuice, they have a ton of little bundles you can buy. You can obviously buy the individual products here if you wanted to. So down the free stuff, you just go to the free plugins right here. They offer a lot of bundles, motion design bundle, which I recommend, the shape, liquid elements, and the liquid transition. This is an awesome pack right here. But the best bang for your buck would probably be the I Want It All bundle. Pretty much you get all their products, all their premium products, life updates. So if they update the packages, you get them for free. It's $297, which is already a huge steal as it is, considering the full price is actually $681 if you buy them all together. You get everything that they own for $297, but since you guys are watching this on the Dojo, you can actually save 15% off this whole package by using the promo code Dojo when you buy the I Want It All bundle, as well as other products as well. So the best bang for your buck would probably be the I Want It All bundle. Add it to the cart, use the promo code Dojo to save 15% off the order. And you'll also get all their free plugins as well. So you can check it out, read the tutorials, and read all about it. Again, I did a previous tutorial over the starter pack and other things like that. So again, we are giving away 3 copies of the whole I Want It All bundle. So 3 of you guys will get all this stuff for free. So all you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to AEJuice's YouTube channel, and leave a comment down below telling us what you like best about AEJuice and their products. And we'll select 3 random winners, and that will be announced at the end of August here. So you know, go ahead and share the video, tweet the video. We'll count those as well, and just pretty much spread the word and comment down below. Subscribe to our channels to see if you have a chance to win the I Want It All bundle. We're giving away 3 copies. But this is pretty much the AEJuice library. Again, I try to be as objective as I can. And again, these are some of these are very, very niche products. So don't get me wrong, these are not for everyone, but it's definitely cool, and you should definitely check out the free products definitely provided by AEJuice. They're gonna be making a lot of other free products and tools in the future as well, so stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these tools, what you guys think about the free tools and the products in general. I wanna know. Subscribe for more videos and giveaways like this. Hit that bell icon to stay notified of all of our uploads. My name is Vincent Wynn from the Creative Dojo, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.